Hi guys, we're back with another video, and today I'm going to be cash stuffing my second paycheck of April. And just to give you guys a little rundown, this is technically not a paycheck because last time I talked to you guys, I told you guys that I had a job that I was waiting to start, but something happened with that job, so I had to find something else. So now I found something else and now I'm waiting to start again. So this was 130 of this came from a paycheck from the first job I was waiting to hear back from. I only worked one day and it just didn't work out. And then my next, and then 130 of this came from there. 255 of this came from credit card rewards, and then 200 of this came from something that I sold. So it's a combination of a little bit of money of everything, but I did want to still stuff this money because I needed to get some money in my envelopes and in my bills and things like that. So enough rambling, let's get straight into the video. So let's count this money. So we have 100, 51.50, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 140, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. Okay, yes, so we're stuffing $525. So starting with our daily cash envelopes, and I'm letting y'all know now it's nothing in here. I did get this little charm from Baddies and Budgets. It's super cute. So Afterpay is going to be getting $35. I haven't been adding any Afterpays, so I'm just paying the last of my stuff up and then I'll be done. I haven't been adding anything because I know that I really don't have an income right now, so I don't have time to be adding basically a new bill, because this is basically a bill. Eating out is going to be getting 10 because I'm trying not to eat out, so we're gonna be putting 10. Night out, it's gonna be getting 10. I don't plan on going anywhere, but just in case I do, I have $10 that will go towards hookah, and that's it. Spending has $1, and it's getting $10 as well. I don't plan on doing any spending, but just in case I go out, that'll be an extra $10. Miscellaneous, it's getting its usual $5. All these bills are crusty. And then I do have some receipt to scan into Fetch. If you guys don't know what Fetch is you scan your receipts, you get points for your receipts, and then you can redeem those points for gift cards. If you guys haven't signed up for Fetch and you're interested, my link and my referral code is always in the description down below. I do have a few little coins. This is because I went to the laundromat and I had some change left, so I decided to just put it in here. I don't have anything that needs to go back to the bank, but I do have some extra dollars I put to the side for the dollar jar. So that's it for this binder. I'll put my little charm back in. Okay, so all of this is going to be going towards my saving challenges next week. Moving on to my bills binder. Starting with cell phone. Cell phone is going to be getting $35. So I didn't need to add anything to this because I literally just paid my phone bill, but I want to keep being ahead on my bills, so I decided to just add some. So cell phone now has 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, and 85. And my phone bill isn't due until next month, the 22nd. And I already have 85, and my phone bill is only $68. Subscriptions is going to be getting 10. Now, I've paid all my subscriptions that I know of, but I feel like subscriptions are always coming out that I forget about. So that's all it has, $10. Rent is going to be getting $185. So what I usually do is I put half of my rent from each paycheck, but I didn't have enough to do that. So I decided to put only a quarter of my rent because rent is going to be due on the 1st. So I want to at least add something because I'm going to be taking out. So I only put a quarter of it. So we're going to be adding 185, 150, 50, 70, 85. So in rent now we have $1,500 that's in the bank. These are placeholders that represent money that's in the bank. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 1900, 50, 70, 90, 2000, 10, 15, 20. So we have $2,020 that's in rent. But again, like I said, rent is due on the 1st, and I'm going to be taking out $733 out of that. So it is going to be going down, but that's what it's here for. That's what I wanted to get 3 months ahead in my rent before I moved, just in case it took me a little longer to find a job. Lights is going to be getting $40, 20, 40. My lights is also due on the 1st. I don't know exactly how much it is, but I'm still budgeting for my light to be about $80 to $90 for my portion, but I guess we'll just see when it's time for the money to come out. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 470, and 490. And if my light bill is $90 a month, I have about 5 months worth of bills in here, so hopefully it's less. But yeah, Wi-Fi isn't going to be getting anything because I'm already 7 months ahead, because my Wi-Fi bill is only $35 of my portion. So I'm already 7 months ahead, so I don't need to add anything. So next is credit card. So for credit card, I did say that I only wanted to spend money on my credit card that I could pay back. But because of the fact, again, I haven't been having any income, I have been using my credit card for to get back and forth to my interviews. So for Ubers and Lyfts, I have been using it to get a little food here and there. So I have been using my credit card, so I am gonna have to take money out of this check to start paying it back. So I have 2 credit cards. My Chase credit card, the minimum balance was $40, and I've already paid that, but that wasn't due until May 8th. So technically I don't need to pay anything on my credit card until June because I've already paid the payment that was supposed to be coming out in May. Same with my Chase, with my Capital One card. The minimum was $25. I already paid that. That was due May 5th. So I'm good on my credit cards until June, but I do want to start building up a buffer so that when it's time to pay that in June, I have a good amount to pay towards it, and I'm not just paying the minimum. So I do need to get change because I took out a 20, but I want to put 10 in each one. So I'm going to take 2 10s out of here and then put this 20 in really quickly. So let me flip back to credit card. So I'm gonna be putting 10 in for my Chase, and that's all it has. And then I'm gonna put 10 in for my Capital One, and that's all it has. So again, I have about a month, a month and a week, about 5 weeks to beef this up to make over my minimum. So household is going to be getting 30, and that's all it would have. I don't need anything right now, but just in case, you never know. Home decor is going to be getting 50. I wasn't going to add anything, but my goal for home decor is to add 50 / to 100. each paycheck so that when it is time for us to buy things, I'm not scrambling, because I've been adding 50 to 100. So I was only able to afford 50 this paycheck, but once we buy all of our big furniture, then I'm gonna start adding about $10-20. But until we finish buying our big furniture, I want to add 50 to 100, because I know we still have to buy a couch, a washer and dryer, and a kitchen table, and those are expensive. So that's it for this binder. Moving into our high priority sinking funds, emergency is going to be getting $50. Now I'm putting so much in here because I want to get this to 1,000 as soon as possible, because as you guys see, I've been having to use my bill money that I've saved up already. So I want to have this to 1,000 before I even run out. Hopefully I don't run out, but if I happen to, I want to have this at 1,000 just as an extra little buffer. So we have $500, $550, and $600 in here, so $400 more to go. And we are scratching out the last 50. So this is our tracker. So I only have 30s and 40s left. So that's exciting. And again, I don't know how much this is, but I'm curious to find out when I'm done. I think it may be over 1,000 though. So that's it for emergency. Sorry if you guys can hear that. I live near an airport. Travel is going to be getting 10. Now I'm no longer going to Houston. So the next trip that I have planned is Vegas in September. So I have a lot of time to save up for that. I mean, unless something comes up in between now and then, but for now, that's all I have planned. So I have more than enough time to get to my $1,000 goal. So we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, and 70. So for right now, I'm gonna just be adding a little bit, and then once I start, you know, getting checks and getting everything back in order, I can start adding a little more into travel. Hair school is going to be getting $10 as well. And we have 100, 120, 140, 160, and 170. And we're gonna be coloring in just one of these lips today. And this is how our tracker is looking. So that's great. Month ahead is going to be getting $10. So I decided that once I get to 500, then I'll distribute it into my bills binder, because I don't want to really put a placeholder in here, because once I get to 1,000, then I'll distribute. I was gonna wait till I get to 1,000 to distribute it into my bills binder, but again, then I would have to put a placeholder in, and then once I get to 1,000, I'll have to take the money out the bank. So just to avoid all that, when it's time to put a placeholder in, I'll distribute the money. So my goal for this binder is that 1,000. So once I get to 500, I'll distribute it into my bills. So we have 100, 110, 120, and 125. So we have quite a bit to go, but just so you guys know. And last in here is miscellaneous, and that is getting 5. I decided to just at least put something, because you just never know. I used this money last time to go washing, but I'm pretty good on washing for another two weeks maybe. So we have 5 in here and 5 in my wallet, so $10 for miscellaneous should be good. So that is it for this binder. And I didn't have enough money to stuff my low party sinking funds today, so that is it for this video. I know this video was pretty short and it might have been boring, because again, I only stuffed $525, and most of it went towards bills. I didn't really stuff that much into my sinking funds, but that's just the reality of my life right now until I start my job and get a paycheck. This job should definitely work out for me, so I should be getting a paycheck within the next week or 2. So I should be able to keep up my schedule of uploading a video each week, 1 week is my paycheck, the next week is saving challenges. So in 2 weeks I should have a paycheck to be cash stuffing. If not, I do have a video that will be coming out for you guys. So that's all we have for today, guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all of the love. I appreciate you guys sticking with me and giving me the motivation, saying that a little goes a long way. So I appreciate all of that. And make sure you guys stay tuned next week for my saving challenge video. I did have a little money to put towards my saving challenges. So that's all we have for today, guys. Bye, guys.